Hey folks, welcome to another tutorial video by Angry Intelligence. In our last tutorial, we've covered how to set up Discord and learned about the different subscription plans in Midjourney. So now without further ado, let's dive right into creating stuff in Midjourney. So I'm going to use direct message with Midjourney bot so that I can have my own private space to generate my images. And this is where you will be when you start. First, let's take a moment to define what are commands and parameters. Commands are how we interact with any bot on Discord, including Midjourney. We have to type in the commands right after a /. And for image generation in Midjourney, we pretty much need just these three commands: imagine, describe, and blank. Parameters are additional options that change how an image generates. As we use 2 dashes to define a parameter. Some important parameters we often need are aspect ratio, which is written as --AR. Then there's quality, which can be defined as _ and Q, and stylized, which is represented with S. Also, one particular parameter we will discuss today is Niji, which is a new alternative model used to create anime style images. We'll go through all these commands parameters step by step. So let's dive in. We will start with the command we are going to use the most. Imagine. You go in here, press / and select imagine, or you can type in the entire command as well. Now, Midjourney is asking you for a text prompt, which is where we define what we need to generate. So let's start with a basic prompt, a cat running, as you can see. Midjourney has provided us with 4 options. Now, these buttons allow you to single out an image and generate variants. The number after the U or V indicates which one of the image from this 2x2 grid you want to single out. So if you want the second image, press U2. Just once you have singled out an image, we can upscale or zoom out this image. Upscaling is to increase the dimension of the image, and zoom out is to basically reveal more of the image which was not generated earlier. Now, going back to our first generated image, the letters with V can be used to generate variations of images from here itself. For instance, if you want more variations that looks like this third image, press V3. Also, if you would like to add some new suggestions, you can add them while this box pops up. If you want to delete or remove an image grid, point here to get the emoji menu, then find and select the cross emoji, and the image will be gone. Now, let's try some parameters. As you can see, the images we generated are of square dimension or an aspect ratio of 1:1. If you want something in, let's say, standard video format of 16:9, we have to use the aspect ratio parameter. We can define this parameter after the prompt as --AR space 16:9. Another parameter is quality, which changes how much time is spent on generating an image. Yeah. And so the default quality is always set as 1. And you can see there a comparison based on different qualities. Another useful parameter, stylized. This defines how strongly an output art style is stylized as per the prompts that we are defining. You can see these examples and see the difference. Now, remember, higher values of any parameters may take more GPU minutes. And so if you are using a limited plan, use these higher settings only if it is absolutely necessary. And if you are a fan of anime or manga style artworks, you will love this parameter. Niji is a new model version to produce anime kind of art styles. All you have to do is input this parameter at the end of a prompt --Niji space 6. Foile. Remember, you can use these parameters on any previous generated image. For that, select a version of it, and in the prompt that follows, type in the new parameters. There we go. Now let's talk about 2 more commands that I mentioned earlier, describe and blend. So describe basically lets you pick an image which can be uploaded from your computer, or it can be an online link and generate 4 possible prompts based on that. And if you click here, it'll generate all the variations for these prompts. This command can be somewhat useful if you want to use a particular reference, and then you can ask Midjourney to describe it for you. Another command is blend, which you can use to upload 2 to 5 images. And Midjourney will kind of look at all those images and gives you a mishmashed output, merging all those aesthetics together. Now, remember, how to get a desired output in Midjourney is not just about using these parameters. You really have to focus on giving as much as information as you can with your prompts, like defining the art style, maybe give some references, be specific with minute details, etc. It also helps to use the describe command for Midjourney to generate some prompts and to check out how others are generating their images by going into the public chat room. There we go. So that pretty much covers this tutorial. I hope you folks liked it and found it useful. If you did, like, subscribe, and do leave in comments your thoughts and your feedbacks. Bye for now.